Marauders, welcome back to the channel. So I have 3 trees down on my property from the windstorm, and check out that video. Late last fall, probably 6 weeks ago, we had a windstorm that came through western New York, and I did a video as I walked through my property. And in that video, on the last gust of wind in that video, this tree blew down, along with 2 other trees on my property. Both were dead. Both the ash trees were dead. Now, in our area, tree companies are getting between $800 and $1,500 per tree to remove the tree. Plus, that doesn't even include removing or grinding the stump. And of course, that's dependent on the size of the tree and if they have to cut it down and so on, the location. So you can see, I hope you can see easily how the excavator, which is not an inexpensive machine, how that can help to pay for or cover the expense of that machine by maintaining my property. Obviously, this pine tree was in the front of my property. I couldn't leave that down on the ground. And so you got to remove it. And it's not easy to remove a large stump, even with a tractor. Some of the stumps I've dug up on the property were close to 4,000 pounds maximum lifting capacity for this excavator. So in this video, you'll see me clean up 3 trees that came down on my property with the excavator and a chainsaw. And I think it's an interesting video. I hope you enjoy the 2K video on this beautiful sunny day on my property. Watch a great machine, this Bobcat E42 R2, work on my property. It just did a phenomenal job this day. And of course, we got the new Ranger XP 1000 Northstar Edition Trail Boss as a tool caddy. Those looked like Ranger fun tracks in the snow. Great day. I had fun driving the Ranger around in the morning and then working with the excavator in the late morning, afternoon. Now I'm going across to the other side of my property where about a 65, 70 foot ash tree blew down. It was dead right on the edge of the creek. And this actually, other than making a mess, this was actually a blessing, because it took the stump out with it, and it was right on the edge of the creek. I wouldn't have dug it out. So this was okay. This made this cleanup of this tree a lot easier. Over 20 years ago, I developed this property to build my house, and I had to cut down hundreds of trees. Then there was an ice storm in 2006 where there were just hundreds of trees that came down during that storm and were like someone dropped matches in my woods on my property, and I had to clean up that mess. And then of course the ash borer devastated what trees I had left, beautiful ash trees, and I've had to clean up those trees with the assistance of the excavator and my John Deere tractor. Man, it would have been nice to have this excavator 20 years ago with a farm. It does a great job. I had a 1,000-pound counterweight installed on the back of this excavator, and you can really see what a great job it does. I'm reaching across the side of the tracks, fully extending the boom, picking up a stump. Maybe it's about 1,000 pounds, 800 pounds. And look at how stable the excavator is. It does a great job. So I spent the last weeks of the summer grading this area after I dug out hundreds of stumps in this area. Grading it, spreading topsoil, and seeding it. And the grass really grew up well. Look at the mess this tree made with these branches over on this side of my property. Just incredible. You always have to keep working at your property. It goes downhill really fast. This location is on the other side of my island, and this tree was obviously dead and blew down. It's tangled up among other trees. I may be able to cut this into 3 pieces and carry it all over to the other side of my property in one shot, and then cut the stump off over on the other side of the property. Let me try that. Two years ago, I posted a video, at the start of COVID actually, where I was cleaning up 2 pine trees that blew down on the side of my house using a chainsaw and my Defender XMR to move the trees to the back of my property to the fire pit. And after I did that, I struggled to walk for 2 months. My knees were inflamed. And I'm thinking, man, I'm never going to be able to work on my property again. I had to have 2 cortisone shots, 2 needles stuck in my knees to reduce the inflammation, and I did recover. But at 57 years old, my body is failing me. No matter, I lost 90 pounds, even with that, I still struggle to do some of this work, and this excavator will help me keep me on this property, my wife and I, longer, and keep it looking much, much better. I hope you can understand that. This has not been my day for cameras or drones or anything else. Not a good day. Actually broke the mount off the camera. Not a good day. Got my GoPro covered with snow. Oh. Life as a YouTube creator is not all cracked up to what it's used to be. Life as a YouTube creator is not all cracked up to what you think it is. I don't know if that's the right saying. Anyways, this tree is down. That one blew over in the windstorm. I am going to take all this over to the other side of my property, and then I'm going to cut the stump off over there and put that on the log pile to split up. So we're making progress. And I'm actually ahead of schedule with this machine. You can see how wet this area didn't freeze on my property. You can see how useful this machine is. So on a day when I can get around with just the Ranger, I'll cut that tree up and burn it, the pine trees by the fire pit. Maybe even tomorrow. This wood I'll split in the spring, or another freeze, I'll haul the stumps out of here and get those off the property. Marauders, we're gonna wrap the video up here. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. I think it's January 8th. What a beautiful day. I hope all of you are safe and warm during this winter season and healthy. Pray for all of you. We should be praying for, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You decide who you want to pray for. I'm not going to tell you. But I'm hoping all of you are healthy and safe and warm. Let's respect each other, and I hope to see you on the trail. Thank you and God bless. Love this machine, boy. By the way, I'm liking that machine, although that cab, the cab's a little small for me. By the way, they made this cab bigger on the E42. They made it a little bigger. It's still tight for me. As I get older, hopefully I'll shrink and fit in it if I keep it that long. Thank you guys. Stay healthy and God bless.